Alright, Wrath of the Lich King Classic. This is my review, essentially, of this expansion so far. I've done every single raid, cleared every single boss so far. Not very difficult, basically. I haven't done Obsidian Sanctum 3 Drake yet, but you know, I've seen every single Drake, every single mechanic. Just haven't done the fight yet. But anyways, I just wanted to make this review, just to give the warrior perspective on things. This is my first classic expansion. I did not play vanilla or TBC classic. Um, I wanted to. I guess I didn't really have enough time back then. But for Wrath, I really wanted to, and so I gave it a shot. This is basically the gear I have. You know, I have pretty good gear, pretty decently high gear score, but I mean, it really like doesn't matter what kind of gear I have as a warrior. I could have had the best gear in the world, and it would not matter. And that's like fundamentally what my biggest problem is with this expansion. It just feels like it was developed by a fucking bunch of monkeys. Okay, like just people who did not know how to do math. Fucking the amount of nerfs that this class apparently got going from TBC to this, like it's just crazy. It's crazy. All these different recklessness. I don't remember it being so trash where it's only 3 abilities get the auto crit. I don't remember it being that trash. I remember recklessness being actually kind of good during TBC leveling. I leveled in TBC. I did not really play TBC though. Which is already that leveling arms in TBC was already so fucking terrible. And then for me to walk into Wrath of the Lich King, like I haven't had a good experience with this class at all so far while playing it. I leveled arms in TBC, which was an absolute mistake. That was an absolute mistake. I got all the way to level 60 before I realized how terrible it was, and I just kept going. I didn't care. I wasn't going to swap to Fury. It wasn't until like level 60 that I realized that I had made such a huge mistake. But then, you know, Wrath came out, and they gave me sweeping strikes back, so leveling got easier. But just like this expansion is so terrible for warriors. Okay, look, the bosses are terrible. The dungeons are terrible. Everything about this expansion is terrible. Honestly, we're talking about professions being too good. Professions are too good where if you don't have engineering and jewel crafting, you are gonna be way behind those characters in terms of damage. So either you're an engineering jewel crafter or you're just shit out of luck, that's just terrible. That's terrible. Okay? And I'm mostly talking about classes that aren't busted, right? If you're a boomkin or a warlock, an unholy death knight, for Frost Death Knight too, you know, and a shaman, these classes are just so bustedly overpowered. This expansion was not developed. It just was not. It was an underdeveloped expansion. I can't believe people tricked me into thinking that this expansion was good. It's just not a good expansion. You know, this is purely from PvE standpoint that I'm talking. I'm not talking about PvP. I don't know how really good PvP is just yet. I haven't really dove into that, which I probably will right after this. After this whole whatever, I'm just gonna go straight into PvP. Maybe I'm gonna have way more fun as an arms warrior over there. Because honestly, if you're playing warrior right now, and you want a PvE. It's prot warrior or you're out of there. I'm not even getting invites to groups. There are groups that have no warriors in them, and they're not inviting me at this gear score. At this gear score, they're not inviting me because I'm a warrior. I cannot get into an Obsidian Sanctum 3 Drake group. It's like seriously. They just don't. What would be the point of taking a warrior? Because if you try to think about it, what does a warrior do that other classes don't do already? You know, paladins obvious, just a better buff than yours. Your buff is trash, warriors. Paladins are better than you. Paladins are better than you. Okay. What else? The Sunder armor. A prot warrior can do that. A prot warrior can do that. And if you're doing that, then if the arms warrior is using Sunder armor, and if he is the designated Sunder armor guy, we're talking about a class that is already in the dumpster field of garbage damage, and doing the Sunder armor task on top of that. That's like a next level useless DPS class. Next level useless. That's what I'm doing for the guild I'm currently in. I'm the Sunder armor bitch. Okay? I go in, and that doesn't exist in retail. I never did that in retail. I just can't believe people lied to me and said this expansion was good. It just seems like no one played Warrior in Wrath of the Lich King. I'm a fucking Warrior player. Oh, Wrath of the Lich King, best expansion, best expansion. Best expansion. They peaked, boys. They peaked in Wrath. They peaked. They peaked? They peaked in Wrath? This is their peak? You people are fucking stupid. You're liars. You're liars. How the fuck is this the best expansion? This is the worst warrior I have ever seen in any expansion. Okay? This is the worst. Vanilla and TBC would have been way more fun than this. I was looking at the statistics on Warcraft logs. Warriors were not at bottom. So that's kind of like a lame thing for me. I didn't get to experience good Warrior when it was good. Just unfortunate. Just unfortunate. This is a sad video, guys. I'm sorry. This is a very sad video. This is just me. I'm basically having a therapy session right now because I invested too much time into this game. Let me move this so you can see. Sorry. You can see that. You can see this. Look how much total time I have. I have fucking almost 23 and a half days in this game. How many at this level? I have 8 days at level 80. 8 days. Just at this max level. I have played the shit out of this character. It took me forever to level this guy. And this is all of that investment for what? I was playing World of Warcraft. I was playing this because I thought, oh, I play retail. This is fun. We're going to have fun. Everyone's playing this. Couldn't have been more wrong. Couldn't have been more wrong. This is not fun. It's not fun when, as a arms warrior, I go into Next Ramus, and my mindset isn't, oh, I'm going to get good logs. My mindset is, nothing. 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 No amount of gear will make you do more damage. Your damage is flat, stuck, barely above tank damage. You're stuck there. It doesn't matter what, there's no item you're going to get that's going to give you more damage. I kept waiting for it. I kept waiting for the item. I kept waiting for it. I don't have Darkmoon card greatness. I have the Nobles deck ready to fucking lock and load. It's right there, ready to fucking launch. I don't think this is going to give me that much more damage. I don't think it is. I don't think the Grim Toll Trinket, I don't think that's going to give me that much more damage. I have this weapon I have is supposedly great. I know it's not me because it's on Warcraft logs too. You can go look at Warcraft logs. Every single arms warrior is terrible, and I wish I could show you how terrible. I'm gonna show you actually. I wish there was a training dummy like the Death Knight has. I don't know if there is one. Let me see if I can just beat up on somebody real quick. I just want to show how terrible this the rotation is. Even the rotation of arms feels terrible. It just you're just spamming slam, and slam is a cast. What the fuck? What? What kind of terrible expansion is this? Why is my warrior a caster? Why am I having to stand still and cast? As a warrior? What fucking nonsense is that? That's so terrible. I need to get into a fucking okay, I can go here, I guess. Just trying to find the quickest place to a mob I can beat the crap out of. Look, I leveled this guy. I leveled this guy from level 1 to level 80. Okay? I went to all these bitch-ass places. Look at this. Explored. Explored. This is all explored. All of this. I went everywhere, dude. Look at this. I fucking went. I didn't go here. What the? Why can't I click this area? What is this area? Hygel? Oh, Mount Hygel. Okay. I was here. I went here. I went here. I didn't go here, actually. Never needed to. I went here. I went fucking everywhere. I fucking went everywhere. I leveled from 1 to fucking 80. It took me so fucking long, too. And all for what? All for what? This expansion is so terrible. It's just so fucked, man. I was in a raid group with a warlock who was in a level 70 gear. He was in black temple gear. Granted, it was raiding gear. He was in level 70 raiding black temple gear. And he was doing more damage than me on his demo warlock in level 70 gear. I was in this gear, this current best in slot, basically, Nax Ramus gear. 4150 gear score. I was in this gear, and this demo warlock in level 70 gear did substantially more damage than me. Substantially more damage. Not a little bit more single target, not a little bit more cleave, but substantial more single target and more AoE damage than me. And I'm gonna show you why it's so clunky. I'm gonna show you why this fucking class is so clunky right now. I even got engineering. I got this cool ass mount. I mean, look at this. I have a fucking helicopter. Why is everything about this expansion except my class good? Everything about this expansion is pretty decent except for my class. My class is absolutely dog shit. I have a Death Knight and I like playing my Death Knight. But this warrior is so terrible. I'll show you my Death Knight after this. My Death Knight has very similar gear, in fact. He has a lower gear score than this warrior. Look, you're gonna see this. Look at this, a terrible. Okay, an execute proc, but it wasn't free. It's not free like it is in retail. Another execute proc. You know, these are low-level mobs. But like, execute is not free. It costs fucking money. You're making me spend money to use my execute proc? Wow, well, that's so boring. Show you how terrible this fucking class is. Okay, 77. Yeah, I can solo this guy. Okay, we go in, we rend, and, okay, I had too much rage. I would not have had that much rage. We're gonna kill this guy real quick. Just so boring. And I queued up a heroic strike, and when I do that, I can't use slam. I can only use an overpowered mortal strike or execute. I cannot slam. I cannot slam when I have a heroic strike queued up. I don't even know how to explain this to a warrior who plays retail and not classic. How would I even explain this to you? Only someone who plays classic warrior knows how stupid this is. Only they will understand this. Heroic strike replaces my auto attack for the next swing. Okay, if I have enough rage, I can make it into a heroic strike. But the change they did with Wrath of the Lich King, apparently, was that they made it to where you can auto-attack and still slam at the same time. Something like that. Something along those lines. But they didn't do that for Heroic Strike. They didn't make that change for Heroic Strike. So the rotation, the supposed, change that was supposed to help the class, It does not help the class. The class is still clunky. It's still clunky because you cannot slam after a queued up heroic strike. And if you have too much rage, like, I have too much rage. Let's pretend I have too much rage. What am I doing right now? I can't do anything. Let's pretend all my overpowers on cooldown, mortal strikes on cooldown, no execute proc. I'm getting procs, but okay, too much rage. Just waiting for what am I doing now? I'm max rage. Just pretend I have max rage right now. Like this is so clunky. I want to spend my slams. I would want to spend my slams. So okay, I'm gonna die here. But it just doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And if you look at my damage breakdown, this is usually what it looks like. You know, slam is usually way less. Execute is usually higher. But mortal strike is usually always at the bottom. It's just always at the bottom. And I'm spec'd into good mortal strike as well. I don't know why. I don't know why I am. I just am. I'm missing Avatar. That's what this class is missing. Death Wish. You know, the 20% increased damage. It's called the Death Wish in Classic. In Mists of Pandaria, they get rid of Death Wish. They make it into Avatar. And, well, they don't get rid of Death Wish. They make Death Wish into something else. They turn that into a PvP talent. I don't know when they do that, but Avatar is what this class needs. Okay? Blade Storm is not enough. It's not enough. This video has gone on for a while. I'm going to edit the shit out of this. So you probably won't see this, but I need to there needs to be a conversation here. Okay? Because I genuinely feel like some people are liars. You're liars, dude. You're a liar. You're a liar for telling me Wrath was good. You're a liar for it. You hyped it up for 10 years, telling me this was the best expansion. I started this game at the end of WoD, and I didn't take it seriously until Legion. I played Legion. I played some WoD. I played all of BFA. I played all of Shadowlands. I've played for sure 3 full expansions. Okay? And those 3 expansions, Warriors were pretty. I never saw them this bad. And BFA and Battle for Dazar'alor, that was the only time I could think of that where Warriors were close to being as bad as they are now. Close. They were still good. They were still good. Warrior was still good in Battle for Dazar'alor. This is incomparably bad. The Warriors are fucking. You don't bring them. You don't even bring them. You don't. It's embarrassing. I would be embarrassed as a developer if you looked at the balancing of the DPS classes right now, and you saw. And I mean, I'm gonna show you. Hold on. We're gonna go to display capture. We're gonna go to display capture. Where is it? There it is. I mean, look at this. Arms Warrior. Even Rep Paladin is still way better. Way better. Fury Warrior is not bad. No, excuse me, it is bad. If you compare it to dog shit, it's not bad. But when you compare Arms Warrior to dog shit, even comparing it to dog shit, Warrior is bad. Arms Warrior. Shadow Priest, there's no way Shadow Priest is this low. This is a fucking lie. No way, dude. That's just a lie. I don't believe it. And same with Ellie. These numbers are fucking fake, dude. BM, Ret, and Arms are the only classes I can think of that are actually this bad. What the fuck just happened? Okay, this is also, yeah. I don't know how combat is this high. There's a combat rogue in my guild who's fucking literally not doing more damage than me. And I'm the Sunder Armor, bitch. He does not do this much damage. at all. Not the combat rogue in my guild. Like what fucking? Let's look at patchwork. Okay. Oh my god. This tells you everything. What the fuck, dude? This should tell you what's wrong with warrior. It's just there is no single target. There's no single target with this class. That's literally, look at the fucking disparity here. I mean, this is like a fucking 20% difference just between Boomy and arms. I don't even know what the fuck this is. I genuinely don't even know what the fuck this is supposed to be. Is this like a joke or something? What the hell is Gladiator Warrior? I don't even know what that is. Just fuck off with that shit, man. Hunter is really great. I'm surprised Arcane Mage isn't higher. This Shadow Priest is way higher. This is a fucking lie. No way, dude. Ret Paladin is fucking very good. It's honestly not bad. Oh, I don't know when. I don't want to end this video. I have so much more to say. I just can't think of it all right now. I might just pause this video for a second and may just cut out. I need to pause and think about this shit, man. This has just been absolutely awful. Also, I also wanted to talk about the boss design for these bosses. What a fucking joke. Next Ramus is the worst raid I've ever played, by the way. Just so boring. Some of these bosses, I don't even remember some of these bosses. Noth and Hygen. I genuinely am having a hard time even remembering these guys. I know one of these two guys is an absolute joke. Where he just spawns in a couple ads. I think that might be Noth. Yeah, and Hygen is the dance boss, which is also just terrible. Terrible for melee. Amazing for fucking druids and any caster. Every caster in this game. Only warlocks get hurt on this fight. There's just no boss fight that's good for arms. Because arms is a fucking dog shit class. Alright, I think it's time I wrap this up. Bottom line, the raids are terrible. There's just so many melee mechanics. Melee mechanics. Why am I dealing with melee mechanics in a game like this? Why am I even like... This game takes too long to get to endgame for it to be shitty. This game is too long for it to be shitty. When the game is shitty... Okay, let me turn this off, actually. This game is too long for it to be shitty. Just, wow, dude. I'm calling it right now. I don't think there's any amount of armor pen or shadow mourn that's gonna make... I think warrior the whole way through until cataclysm is gonna be bad. I think this Warcraft log statistics is gonna really show how terrible warriors were in this expansion. I think a lot, and I honestly, I think more warriors are gonna come out and make videos like this post them on YouTube. This is terrible as a warrior. If you made warrior in retail, do not play this. You will not have fun. I'm telling you. I haven't seen a single warrior that tells me, oh no, I just do this one thing and I just do a lot of damage now. There's nothing like that. There is nothing like that. The only time you'll do more damage than somebody is if you have way more gear than them. And that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't make you a good player. And that's why retail is better than this. There were so many times while I was playing this, and every single time I was playing, like, and these moments would happen where, oh, in retail, this is so much better. Oh, this thing that just happened, this happens in retail too, except it's way less toxic. It's way less toxic in retail. Oh, the group just died in a dungeon? It's no biggie, just respawn. Just respawn at the start of the dungeon. You don't wake up in a fucking graveyard. Okay? What a joke. When the raid dies. Mass res. I mean, seriously, I'm raiding in this shit right now. When the group fucking wipes, you have to fucking fly back to the fucking dungeons. If you're lucky, you can fly. You can fly back. The dungeons are terrible too. Let's look at the dungeons. I was thinking about this earlier, and I wanted to make a list about this. Okay, Ankahed is not a bad dungeon. This is the one dungeon that is actually not bad. Good thing it's the first one. Azjul Narub, terrible. Terrible dungeon. The worst dungeon. The worst dungeon. There's so many of the worst dungeons. Drekthron Keep? Not bad. It's not bad, but it's not the best either. Gundrak is also not bad, but it's not the best either. These two are actually not bad. Halls of Lightning, another not bad dungeon. Halls of Stone, terrible. Halls of Stone, terrible. Terrible dungeon. I hate this dungeon. It's terrible. Crystallis can fuck off, and the third boss can fuck off. I hate this dungeon. Okay? I just hate this dungeon. Melee mechanic with Crystallis. Fuck you. Melee mechanics. Melee mechanics. Crystallis melee mechanics. Fuck you with your melee mechanics. Okay? Culling of Stratholme. This dungeon is just boring. The dungeon is just boring. It's just boring. It's not terrible. It's just boring. There's like a zero failure state with this dungeon. And this dungeon, and the third boss just sucks. Nexus, that's the dungeon we're in right now. Not terrible. Okay, okay, let me do this actually. We're gonna click the bad ones. Halls of Stone, terrible. Oculus. It's not bad. It's not that bad, actually. Violet Hold, it is terrible, though. Violet Hold, Azjul Narub, and Halls of Stone, these are terrible dungeons. Just fucking terrible. Oculus, you could almost argue it's bad, but it's whatever. This one, I mean, like, these ones are, like, definitively bad, though. Like, Azjul Narub is a fucking bad dungeon. This is the peak expansion. Peak! Wrath of the Lich King, peak! This was their best. They peaked here. This is where Blizzard peaked, guys. Fuck you. 3 bad dungeons? 3? I don't think any of the Shadowlands dungeons are bad. I don't think any of them are bad. Maybe that one of the fucking Necrolord dungeons. I forget which one. Not the Colosseum one. The other one. Maybe that one is bad. Possibly. But that one is still 10,000 times better than Azjul Narub. It's way better than Halls of Stone. Halls of Stone, the third boss of Halls of Stone. That shit is terrible. That shit is agonizingly terrible. And let's not even talk about the raid. The raid is terrible. This is a shitty boss. Every single boss is shitty. Every single boss is shitty in the raid, by the way. Anubarak, shitty boss. Faralina, a shitty boss. You can't attack the ads. Fuck you, shitty boss. This boss, you get web wrapped. And the ads die immediately. It's a fucking shitty boss. I don't even remember this boss. I don't even know which one this is. I think this is literally like the fucking trash boss that's like a trash pack, but he ended up being a boss somehow. This boss is terrible. 4 for 4 for terrible bosses. This boss, the dance boss, terrible boss. Okay, Lotheb is a good boss. Lotheb is the one good boss so far. 5 bosses, terrible. Lotheb, not bad. Instructor Resuvius, arguably a bad boss. Because you need 2 shadow priests. You just need 2 priests for it. You literally can't do the fight without 2 priests. That makes the boss shitty. 6 out of 7 for bad bosses. We're 6 out of 7. Gothic. Which one is this? This is the Dead and Undead? Oh, terrible boss. 7 of 8 terrible bosses. 4 Horsemen. Okay, not bad. This one is terrible, though. This boss is terrible. There's no way to lose, and if you do lose, it's the worst feeling in the world. Okay? This boss is terrible. Lotheb is the only not bad one so far. 4 Horsemen. Kind of shitty. Not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, two out of 10 bosses are not bad so far. Patchwork, whatever. Kind of iconic. We'll give him a third good one. Kind of not good, not bad. Grobulus, just boring, but whatever. It's just whatever. Gluth. I don't even remember Gluth. Gluth is the Decimate boss, right? Not a bad boss, but still. Okay, yeah. All of these bosses are actually not bad. And this guy's also not bad, actually. But this guy is terrible. I actually hate this boss. Kel'Thuzad on Naxxramas is a terrible, terrible final boss for a fucking raid. Terrible. I can't even describe how bad it is. It's a terrible final boss fight. Just thinking about the Sanctum of Domination version of his fight, that fight is way better than this one. Way better. What the fuck? What the fuck? My fucking god. How fucking boring of a boss fight for 5 minutes. You don't do shit. What the fuck were they thinking? What the fuck were they thinking with that, man? That fucking shit is terrible. And Naxxramas, okay, final verdict on Naxxramas. It had 6 good bosses, 7 good bosses. We'll count Saf as a good boss. All of these, this, and this. Lotheb, Horseman, all of the Construct, and then Saf. Everything else, everything here, like all of these bosses right here, like almost all of them, besides Lotheb and 4 Horsemen, these are just terrible. Every single one of these bosses are terrible. It doesn't matter that there are fucking 30 bosses in the raid if fucking half of them suck, dude. Doesn't fucking matter. Okay? Eye of Eternity. This video is so long, by the way. Oh, this fucking fight. Melee mechanics. The boss fight. Melee mechanics. Okay? Just terrible. It's a terrible boss fight. Melee mechanics, the boss fight. And I have a good parse on this fight, actually. I actually have an insanely good parse on Malagos, but I think it's probably like the only boss I'm gonna have a good parse on, because it's the only boss where you don't play your class on it. You turn into a dragon, and that's the only fight I have a good parse on, because you can turn into a dragon. Just lame. Just lame. Sartharian, kind of a good boss. He's okay. I've been talking for a while. I've been having a lot of thoughts. I want to articulate the ideas that I'm having properly. You know? I have gear, man. And my damage just is not comparable. There's no amount of gear that I could be given that would make my damage better. It's not gonna happen. No amount of no way, dude. There's no way Armor Pen makes me that much better. I doubt it, dude. I'm missing like a straight up DPS cooldown. I'm missing a cooldown here. I'm missing a removal of recklessness off the GCD. I'm missing that. Recklessness needs to be off the GCD and not require Berserker Stance. Deathwish needs to be turned into Avatar, and I need to be able to have that. I need to have Colossus Smash. I need these 3 things to happen, and then Warrior won't be dog shit. But that's too bad, because I won't have all 3 of those things until Mr. Pandaria. Okay? And, other warriors that I've, followed over the years, they've all mentioned that, MoP was when warriors were the best. This is when they trimmed all the fat and they fucking fixed warriors. And it just turns out that that's when all these fucking nerds decided to quit the game too. So, it really is kind of funny. It's kind of funny that as soon as Warrior got good again, it's when these fucking losers decided to say the game is bad. Oh, pandas. Yeah, no, yeah, right. I think you just were tired. I think you were upset that you couldn't shit on Warriors anymore. I think that's actually what happened. I think MoP came out, Warriors ended up not being dog shit, your class ended up getting balanced, in fact maybe nerfed, and then you gave up. and you say, "Fuck this! I'm gonna play in a private server." Fuck you in your private server. Fuck you in your stupid, shitty ass fucking Wrath of the Lich King. As soon as Dragonflight comes out, adios. I'm 100% out of here. Maybe I'll come back for Ice Crown for Shadowmourne. I will watch the statistics for Warcraft logs. I don't think Warriors are gonna get better. I don't think they will. I think they will stay the same. I think they will stay exactly at the bottom until the more buttons come out. Until I get more buttons, and then if some buttons get removed from Balance Druid, like Hurricane, take Seed of Corruption away from Demo Warlocks. You don't deserve that button. You're gonna lose that button. I know you do because I've seen the future. I've seen it. I've seen the future. I know what happens. I know you lose that button. It's gonna be great. I can't wait for Mists. I can't wait for Mob Classic. I know all the classes get balanced because they actually developed that expansion. This wasn't no fucking 2007 Garage Shop fucking development team. Motherfuckers, dude. This video is really long. I'm probably gonna edit this like crazy and make another video. But if you're a Warrior main and you're feeling the pain right now, just know that I'm here with you. I'm going through this shit. I'm trying, man. I'm trekking through this bullshit. I'm gonna try and do Old War. People told me Warriors are bad in Old War too. It's looking rough, boys. It's looking like I'm not gonna play Warriors. It's looking like I'm not gonna play this expansion. That's what it's really looking like. It's looking like I'm gonna be a Dragonflight main. I have way more characters there, and it's way less toxic there and retail in terms of making gold and losing gold. I'm not losing 10% of my gold every time I repair in retail, okay? Fucking 120 gold repairs in Classic. That's more gold repair than I'm doing in fucking retail. God, I swear it is. I swear it's fucking more. I swear it's more. 120 gold to repair, man. Look how much gold I have. I had 1,000 gold the other day. I had to farm this shit. Farming. Why am I playing this disrespect? This MMO disrespects my class fantasy. I play Warrior in every single MMO I play. This MMO disrespects my class fantasy, dude. And there's no hope coming. There's no intervention coming. There is no, we fucked up Warriors with dog shit. We're gonna make a change. That's never coming. In fact, when Warriors figure out how to do more damage, they're gonna do some stupid shit like the hot patch Warriors. They fucking Warriors figured out how to make them do more damage with some old pre-expansion enchant or something, fiery weapon. And they fucking next day patched it. Next day on Classic fucking WoW. How do you hot patch on Classic WoW, dude? What about all this stupid shit that Boomkins are doing? When are you gonna hot patch that? Are you gonna hot patch Warlocks? Damn, son. Damn. How do you fucking hot patch a nerf to Warrior? How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you hot patch a nerf to Warrior? How do you do that? That's insanity. That's insanity. My class is the worst right now. Why would you nerf the worst class? You can only laugh at these assholes. Fuck you, motherfuckers. It's like they literally don't give a fuck, dude. How do you hot patch a nerf to Warrior? It's like they literally hate Warriors. It's like they hate Warriors. Anyways. There's just nothing. There's nothing that I can do to increase my damage. I'm getting the Dark Moon card Greatness this Sunday. I've seen Warriors with this trinket. I'm not gonna lie, I have seen them do some damage, but a Boomkin and a Warlock can just get this trinket too. I've seen Boomkins in trade chat want to buy fucking Noble deck. There's an intellect version of this fucking trinket. They could just put the Warlock and Boomkin can just put it on. The Enhancement Shaman can just put this on. I don't know how good it is for them. It has to be good. Has to be 600 fucking power. Get the fuck out of here. They're gonna go crazy for that. For 15 seconds, procs every single minute. That's amazing, dude. That's an amazing fucking trinket. But I don't know if it's enough for arms. I don't know. I'm gonna probably respect the Fury when I get that trinket. I'm gonna first test out the damage on arms, and if it's just the same, I'm just gonna go Fury. I think Fury might just be the way. I don't think Arms Warrior. This was mostly speaking from an Arms Warrior perspective. I think Fury will be better, especially come Old War. Come Old War, I think Fury will definitely be leaving Arms in the dust. So yeah, we'll see. Definitely don't play Arms if you're thinking about it. Definitely don't do it. Okay. Really long video. We're gonna edit this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye bye.